The Reconstitution Fellowship awards annually 15 fellowships to young academics and practitioners that have been engaged and committed to the Constitution and to discuss the Constitution and future of rule of law and democracy in Europe. By being part of this fellowship program, they have the opportunity to work on their own project in this framework of rule of law and democracy in Europe, engage with host institutions, jointly organize or attend events, and also present and publish their outputs, their work in various formats.
The Reconstitution program so far has achieved what it wanted. It has brought together people working on rule of law in different countries, and it has built up an impressive alumni network with all those people who can still continue interacting. And this is like a spine for Europe, for people actively engaged in the discussion on rule of law, how to best implement rule of law principles all over Europe.
So I'm coming from an academic background. For me, it is very interesting to bridge this gap between academia and practice. And I think this is where the Reconstitution Fellowship is really giving me a great opportunity to get out of just the academic ivory tower, but helps me to connect with policymakers and perhaps with communities of practically working organizations.
I came across the Reconstitution program through the work of a previous fellow, and what I found really interesting was the interdisciplinary approach that he had on his research. So what I really hope I can achieve through this program is the comparison with other and different legal backgrounds. I'm not talking just about different national backgrounds, but especially legal research methods, and so help to broaden my perspective in my research and to focus more on an interdisciplinary approach.
In the past years, the fellowship was limited to EU member states and Switzerland and the UK, but now, since a year, we have widened and broadened our scope to include EU accession countries as well. So we are very keen to also include fellows that focus on this region, that come from that region.
The Alumni Network proves to be a really important and strategic tool because Reconstitution is keen to create an interconnected circle of fellows, then they become alumni, then they become ambassadors of Reconstitution in their own countries and regions, and then potentially they can become members of the advisory board.
The Alumni Network means that there can be a legacy built, and there's now a situation in which multiple years of the program are coming together.
As an alumni of the Reconstitution program, I feel very engaged to the ongoing initiatives, and for instance, we've had this first Alumni Network meeting where I had the possibility to reconnect with my former fellows.
I think being in touch, talking about things and staying in touch with people you've already discussed with, people who know your work, people whose work you read, but having the pleasure and the luxury of actually meeting, discussing, challenging each other. That's what I like the most. You feel like you have a strong argument, but then you meet your Reconstitution friends and they put it apart, and it's great because they make it better.
The challenges are a little bit the same, but also very different in the different countries, and this alumni network enables an ongoing debate.
It feels like there is a genuine Reconstitution community as individuals come together at different stages of their career. There is a much wider pool of resources, knowledge, and individuals to address the challenges facing the European Union.